Hello classmates of Educational Technology. End of the semester now and time to present the final products. So what I'm showing here is my development for the semester. It's a web page, and what it's looking to do is help English speakers who are beginners in learning Japanese. So this website came about from, it was born out of the research we did, so initially looking into things like metacognition, game-based learning and simulation-based learning. Kind of found through those things that interaction is really important, and also being able to reflect on and think critically about learning whilst learning. I looked into what's available more generally in the market, and one of the things I use in particular is Duolingo. So I wanted to create a tool which kind of complemented Duolingo because it has some strengths and some weaknesses as well. So I wanted to try to keep some of the strengths and sort of booster up some of the weaknesses. So what that's resulted in is this development web page here. It's hosted on Heroku, and it's a little bit slow to load up because it just uses the free version. So if you go to this web page here, you're welcome just to go in and start using it. So it's very much a database driven website, so it's very good to give individual users specific feedback on how they're doing, and also provide false choices based on an individual user. So the first step here is there's the home page, which tells you a little bit about the website itself, the point of it. There's the how to play page, which indicates some more information about how to actually use the tool. But before you can really do much, you'd have to sign up and log in. So sign up is available here. This sends out an email, which can then be verified as well. I was very interested in looking at sort of login technologies. So once that's done, you can go ahead and log in, like I'm about to do here. Logging in sends back to the main page with a splash saying logged in. I'm logged in as administration here, which provides me a couple of extra facilities. All users can, once logged in, can see the leaderboard. So this borrows from Duolingo a little bit from the social aspect of knowing who else is there and maybe getting a bit of healthy competition around who's completed the most tasks, as seen here. So as mentioned, admin can do things like add new words, view words and delete words out. So I've done a lot of content for this, as you can see, just adding in all sorts of information about days of the week, etc. And adding in some of these terms here hopefully makes it a little bit better than Duolingo in some ways, because hopefully this is much more about just following along in conversation, be able to express simple things like understanding or not understanding. It helps the user, helps the person feel a little bit more able to interact in the language. Anyway, let's look at some of the exercises. So now we're back to this page, and some of the feedback from people was this was a little difficult to navigate, so hopefully it's easier to go ahead and start using. So this is just a simple example of multiple choice questionnaire. And now we've got an example of playing Japanese audio. So different inputs and outputs, methods and language features very heavily in this. So for instance, being able to play Japanese audio. Likewise in words. Gaikokujin is what it's saying. So you can repeat that. Which is foreigner.
Grader.
Well, I'm not sure what that one is, so I need to study harder. But now on to learn sentences. This is where it gets really cool. So it's asking what is this in Japanese, and this is where we actually use audio input. So I go record. Shimasu ga hitsuyo desu. And what it's doing is it's actually putting it out in kanji and then translating it into Romanji, which is then able to be tested.
I want to eat vegetables.
So go ahead,
I want
log
to
in.
eat vegetables.
Go ahead and log in and enjoy using the site. Cheers.